We're being told by a witness that a black Mercedes was headed in this direction, the bus heading in the opposite direction. And what is unfolding is the aftermath in the area right behind us. You can still see several squads on scene. One of the most striking things you'll see about this scene is all the debris like this scattered throughout the area. The building behind us, a shell of what it once was. Some fans flew in all the way from Los Angeles to get to tonight's game. The original start time, there's one right there, 7:05. But of course, Mother Nature had a different start time in mind. Anxious, concerned parents pacing in and outside of the hospital area behind us. Investigators telling us they continue to look for shell casings. They also continue to look for those responsible.
3 people are shot after 5 to 6 shots were fired.
Oh my gosh. And I'm scared.
Danger and chaos were followed by the sirens of Chicago police at Sealy near 63rd. The sounds included parents yelling.
People was crying, mom was crying.
Like screaming like, where's my baby?
And they get to shooting, I'm like, oh.
Neighbor Malvin Loggers describes the gunfire.
I was like, don't.
Anybody get shot? Anybody get shot?
I'm running, I'm getting behind the car.
Yeah, the boy, he got shot and they started pointing at the ground.
They holding his chest and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think it was his mother putting the pressure on his chest.
Police say that 8-year-old boy was one of 2 children shot in this neighborhood. The other, a 10-year-old girl, at least half a dozen injured by gunfire.
You got multiple ambulances en route. 10 shots fired. Caller says a bullet went through her window.
A witness says a car stopped outside of a home and began shooting at someone nearby. That person fired back. People reacting to the gunfire also began shooting, a potentially deadly exchange in range of a gathering celebrating family.
A baby shower. It was a baby shower. It was that just makes it all worse.
I don't never really expect it to happen till it happens.
Parents can't even organize their baby shower and have to worry about the effects of gun violence hitting their home during the party.
Now, police are telling us that 8 and a 10-year-old are in stable condition. A 29-year-old in a separate hospital in critical condition. At least 3 others being treated this evening. No one is in custody in connection with this ongoing investigation.
Large hot chocolate?
If this is how you start your day, if these kinds of beans are part of your normal routines, consider for a moment
this is not normal.
When a calming cup of coffee seems so far out of reach.
It's hard to be here. The best thing about coming to the PICU,
PICU stands for Pediatric Intensive Care Unit,
is the day you leave the PICU.
It's the floor of the hospital where the kids are the sickest.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours that we have spent in this place.
Throw that cup of coffee in and it makes everything a little bit better.
Just put it behind them.
Before we tell you about the plans Carolyn Koppel has brewing, you'll need to know about her son, Aaron Cobb.
He has braces on his feet.
He doesn't communicate. It's a rare metabolic genetic disorder.
Through the years, Aaron has undergone more than a dozen procedures, his health struggles sometimes surfacing at night with his mom and family members at times, struggling to stay awake.
Cafe au lait?
But too worried to go far enough to get a needed cup of caffeine.
What if your child is in a critical stage and you don't want to leave the floor?
Sometimes they're just too scared to go.
And that's when an idea began to percolate.
Well, why can't I write Keurig?
Corporate donation and hospital permission eventually served up Aaron's Coffee Corner. This station was up and running in October with hopes of expanding.
Try and get it on every great room here.
I think it would be great if it was on every floor.
The fundraising is to manage the machine, so we need somebody to kind of, yeah, hi baby.
So far, the family has collected more than $24,000 to keep coffee pods and cups in supply and keep families in calamities decompressing with decaf or other varieties.
Starting to be part of the tradition and the social ritual of the families.
It's a great opportunity for us to give back, and it's a living legacy for Aaron.
Doctors said Aaron would not live past age 3. Now at 13, his family wants to make sure his name is grounds for comfort and caring for years to come.
He's not long for this world, but he makes the most of it, and our family makes the most of it.
It's a tangible joy that you can give somebody.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. The traditional traffic at Lombard and Roosevelt nearly turned fatal. A man finished helping his mom at Oak Park's Associated Tire and Battery.
Locked the work keys up in the door.
Shortly after, his memory faded into nothingness.
It was extremely scary.
Matt Creedon awoke at Loyola University Medical Center 2 days later.
Some lung problems. Looks like I broke my pelvis. I had to have emergency open heart surgery. I've ripped off a good bit of my head over here.
How emotional is just even talking about this?
It's pretty emotional, you know, knowing that it just could be gone like that at any time. You know, just getting off of work, going about your business.
Creedon believes the impact from the hit and run here shattered his short-term memory. Friends and family helped to piece his fragmented recall together, allowing him to describe a black SUV hitting him around 5:30 Thursday afternoon.
There's no reason I should be alive right now, talking to you.
You were left for dead on that road.
I was dead.
And no one pulled over.
No, I guess people were just driving by me. I was in a medically induced coma.
The collision may have broken his body,
Flatlined for a little while.
but it failed to break his sense of humor.
It's gonna take more to kill me.
You look pretty good for a dead man.
Thank you. You don't look too bad yourself.
He says after months of physical therapy, he'll be back to normal.
I have a breathing doctor, I have a heart doctor.
But the care is extensive and the person responsible should be held accountable.
Hopefully that, you know, they at least have insurance because I don't. Just to have the common human decency to pull over and make sure I'm alive. And that's really all I could ask.
Who would do something like that?
I don't know. I couldn't do it.
We reached out to local police for updates and comments on this story. Our messages were not returned. If you have any additional information on this crime, you're asked to call the Oak Park Police Department.